Hey guys, so 5,000 subscribers. I don't know exactly what to say. Um, Other than thank you. That's really about it. That's all that I can say is thank you. I mean, I never dreamed when I started this channel that we would ever get to this point. Right now, I just kind of look back at the stats and stuff. I posted my first video on this on YouTube August 7th of last year, 2015. So it's been a long ride. I mean, we've 490 days, about a year, 4 months, and 10 days in, 744 videos. Now I took about a month break, month give or two a few days, back last year around December into January, and some people stuck with me, some people didn't. A lot of new people. I don't even think we had 2,000 subscribers at that point in time. I don't think I hit the 2,000 subscriber mark until around March of this year. So really didn't have a lot of people back then watching as much as what people think I did. Got a lot of good views on certain videos. Spent a ton of money on Contest of Champions. But it never really paid off in any kind of aspect. And I think it's because a lot of the stuff that I did back then, it was more flash, trying to be someone that I really wasn't. Really overly enthusiastic on a lot of stuff. I kind of sit back and laugh at it a lot. I mean, I try to be professional when I do this stuff, but it was kind of an over exaggeration back then of things, of how excited I actually get, and I don't think that I'm nearly as excitable as I was when I was younger playing video games. I don't get nearly as upset with video games as I'm probably used to, and I guess that comes with age, that you just don't get overly excited with them as much anymore. It's still fun, but that enthusiasm that you used to have, where you would get upset with games when you didn't do well, it just kind of fades. So I mean, I tend to try and be positive as much as I possibly can, and I hope that shows off for you guys sometimes. I hope that you guys can kind of take that positivity and kind of run with it. I try not to look at the negative aspects of things, but I do bring up the negative aspects of things when I feel like they do need to be brought up. Most of the negative is usually towards Kabam, but you guys have been there for the ride. So I mean, just looking back at the stats, 744 videos over a year and 4 months and 10 days. Even with that break that I took for about a month, that still equals out to about a video and a half a day for that entire time. I try to put out as much content as I possibly can to you guys. Just, to try and give you guys info. But, I mean, a lot of times with the numbers that I get, it's I try to put out as much content as I can so that I can make a little bit of money off of it too. I mean, it's hard. It is really hard. This is the only job that I have. And I've been, like I said, I've been trying to make this a career for over a year now. And honestly, during, when it's not cold out like it is now, there's usually odd jobs and stuff that I can do to make money. My bills are only $350 a month, but the channel only brings in maybe. And this just started recently too. I mean, this isn't even from the very beginning up to this point. This is the past 3-4 months maybe that the channel's been making around 250 a month. So it's made it a lot easier to be able to try and just come up with $100, as opposed to 4 or 5 months ago where I was trying to pull anywhere between 300 to whatever out of my rear end just to pay the bills to be able to keep doing this stuff. I don't try to live an extravagant life. I don't need to. I got the kids. I take care of the kids. They don't need a lot either. I've tried to raise them to that point where it's you don't need a ton of crap. Just be happy with what you do get. I mean, what you get during your birthday, what you get during Christmas, what you get during other holidays of the year, really should you know, keep you satisfied, because you get a lot of crap during that time. I know my kids do, especially from people like me, like their moms, my mom and dad, everybody, just about anybody else in the family. There's so much stuff to go around it. It's like, if you get little things, just be happy with it, and that's kind of the point that I'm at. I got a little bit of extra money this month for Christmas, so I've decided I'm going to end up buying a couple of the things that I need for the channel. And unfortunately, that means that I can't really give back for the 5,000 subscriber special. I know I normally give $25 to a random person that comments on these videos for the subscriber special, but I mean, I can't right now. Not with, the money situation the way it is. Trying to put out like special stuff for you guys, like the Hyperion crystal opening. I mean, that may not seem like a lot to some people that come onto the channel and watch it, but I mean, those 10 crystals, that was $50 extra that I put out to try and put out some good content for you guys. Something a little bit different, something that I used to do that I don't do as much now. I mean, the last time I did a crystal opening, it was for the Ghost Rider, and I'd saved all those units. I'd actually saved them, but this time, I put in the $50 and I got the 10 crystals, and it paid off. I'm not gonna say it didn't, but I mean, I'm looking at the stuff. I know a lot of people that have Apple devices complain about how much it costs to be able to use the Elgato for their Apple devices, but I mean, for me, I'm looking at getting at least 2 or 3 new HDMI cords, micro USB to HDMI, and then an HDMI splitter, because I'm using a Samsung device. So I mean, that in total through Amazon is $80. So I mean, that's where a lot of the money's going to. That's where a lot of the Christmas money's going to. Some of it went to the crystal opening. Some of it's going towards getting that stuff. And I've got a birthday coming up in January. I'm kind of hoping that maybe I'll get a little bit of money for a birthday too. I don't know. Once you start getting to that point, you don't know if you're going to get anything for your birthday or not at that point. Because honestly, I've usually got something for my birthday as far as money goes, but I don't think I've had like an actual cake or a birthday party or something like that since I was probably like 15 years old. But if I do, I'm wanting to get a camera, a webcam. I've looked at some, found a pretty decently priced cheap one that I could get, and hopefully get like a little tripod to put it on, because I'm going to need it to go up and over top of the microphone and over top of the computer and stuff like that, to try and make the content for the channel a little bit better. I mean, I know I did the face cam for a while. I get asked all the time in the comment sections, when you can do a face reveal. Well, if you go back and look at some of my videos from the past like 4 months, there's face cam on there. There's face cam on there. It's just the webcam that I've got's really crappy. I don't think I paid more than like $10 for it. So it's not exactly the best in the world. It doesn't work that well, and I want to get something better. I want to have at least decent quality stuff when I'm doing it. I know it's probably not an issue now. I think most people don't really care. If you do, then hopefully we'll get to that point when that time comes. And if the channel keeps growing and we keep getting some views off of it, then maybe one day I'll be able to buy a better computer than I've got too, because that's really kind of holding me back as far as the channel goes. There's only so much stuff I can do. This computer is basically just for editing. That's all I can do with it. I can't really do anything else. I know Tim jumps onto me all the time because he wants to play computer games, but this laptop just can't handle it. And hopefully one day I'll be able to afford to buy a better computer, just so that things are a little bit better for you guys. One of the biggest things looking back is that we've got over 250,000 views, over three quarter million views, over 750,000 views on this channel in about a year in 4 months. That's pretty amazing to me. I'm pretty happy with that. I know there's other guys that do this. I've sat back and watched, all these guys that I've worked with throughout this time. It's like most of them just kind of slipped past me. I know Rich just passed me like a month ago. He just like passed me completely. I think 2 months ago I was set on pace to hit 5,000 subscribers. It looked like by sometime last month, but it didn't happen. Things slowed down. It got a little bit of a rough patch going there, but I can't complain, and I never will. I love doing this. I love making content for you guys. I love the fact that anybody even considers watching my videos. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's some of the Contest of Champions videos that get 250 to 5,000 views. Or 2 morons play, which I absolutely love doing. I love playing games with him. I love playing games with anybody. I love doing collab work on here more than anything else because it gives me someone to actually talk to. I know I'm talking to you guys, but sometimes you feel a little bit crazy sitting in a room by yourself talking to yourself. It's a little bit odd sometimes. I love it though. I love the fact that you guys get to listen to it and interact with it. But from the outside perspective looking in, if someone else was to come in, they would be just like completely baffled by the fact that, why are you talking to yourself? It's like, well, I'm not really talking to myself. I'm pre-recording this so that I can talk to like a bunch of people when they watch the video. It's really kind of mental in a way if you think about it, but this is like the happiest I've ever been with a job, and this is a job to me. It is. I love what I do though. It's not just a job. I've had jobs in the past where it was just like you go in, you do your job, and it's like, okay, let's go home. I actually enjoy doing this stuff through like the worst days. I mean, I went over in the thankful video for Thanksgiving, like the troubles I've been having with my health, and my thyroids are still kicking my rear end some days. I mean, the past 3 or 4 days, I have literally drug to try and do videos, but I want to make them. It's not a lack of enthusiasm to do it. It's just like the energy is totally not there. Like some days I just wake up and I just want to go back to sleep. It's like I don't want to do anything. It's like my body's just like telling me, hey, go back to bed. You don't want to be up. I'm just so tired and I feel like crap most of the time. And it's like, no, there may be like 100, 200 people that are like wanting to see what I put out today, and that's usually what it turns out to. Sometimes, like I'll sit and watch my views, and because that's the point I'm at. I know there's a lot of bigger YouTubers out there that just throw something up and it's like, well, I don't have to watch this, and that's why I comment on a lot of your all's comments most of the time, is because I'm actively sitting here most of the time watching what's going on, or in another part of the house just kind of actively keeping an eye on what's going on with the channel on my tablet. And it's just like, I can see who comes to watch the videos. Well, I can't see who comes to watch the videos, but personally, but I can see about how many views come in like over the course of like the first 2 or 3 hours. And it's those people that I really make the videos for, because I know they're coming back, and hopefully it'll be more people one day. It's kind of wishful thinking, Hopefully one day it will be more people that come and like watch the videos, because right now, according to my stats, man, it's like only 29% of my views come from subs. So, which I mean that could really mean just about anything, but I mean, if you look at any of the views on my videos, you know that all 5,000 people that are subscribed to me don't come every single day and watch the videos. It just doesn't happen. It's the same way with bigger YouTubers like PewDiePie. I mean, the guy's got 50 million subscribers, but how many actively come every single day and watch every single video, no matter what it is? It's like these videos, these vloggy type videos. I mean, I'm lucky sometimes if we get like 200 or 300 views on it. That's just how things work. It has to be really good. That's why I try to do these news stories so much, is because I have to do something like that every single month to kind of pull in the views that I need to, keep everything afloat. I mean, I hate to think that everything's just about money, but at this point, it really kind of is for me a little bit, because I need that to keep doing this for you guys. If I don't hit that quota for the month, then I'm kind of hurting. Especially if I don't have the money to pay the electric bill or the internet bill, We could probably do without a telephone or a TV. I would prefer not to do without the water, but the water doesn't really cost that much, so. But I mean, those are just two utilities that have to keep on, or, the channel shuts down. So I have to actively look at that kind of stuff. I have to actively look at what's going to do good on the channel. And sometimes, games fall out of the way. And then again, some games that I enjoyed playing that don't get very many views, I still do anyway because I like doing them. Like Two Morons play with Tim. I love doing it. I love 7 Days to Die. And I love playing with Tim. It's fun. Me and Tim have this dynamic where we can pretty much say anything to each other and nobody's going to take offense to it. It's fun. It's nice to actually kind of, be yourself and around, play. Well, we're not around each other. We're, states and states away from each other. But to actually just, be able to sit down and play a game with someone else in another part of the world and just get along and just poke at each other, it's fun. It's absolutely fun. Same thing with Rich. Whenever I get to actually interact with Rich, it's fun. Because you can poke and play with people, and you can have fun, be yourself, and not have to worry about pissing someone off for being who you are. So, I mean, I owe them a lot, because they make it more enjoyable. It's already enjoyable as it is, because I love playing the games that I put on the channel anyway. Animation Throwdown, I love playing. DC Legends, I haven't done a video on in a while, but I still do enjoy playing it every single day. Do the daily grind on it, and I'm done with it, And the same thing with Contest of Champions. It's a love-hate relationship with Contest of Champions, but I still like playing it. 7 Days to Die, I love playing it. And there's other games that, used to play on the channel, don't play anymore, and they just kind of fell off. It's not always about if something does well with views. I can't force myself to play games that I don't enjoy anymore. It's like Avengers Academy. It got to the point where it's just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. So it's gone. Same thing with a bunch of other games. Just if you don't like doing it, you can't do it. But I guess I've rambled enough. Jesus Christ, we're over 19 minutes. Anyway, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for the 5,000 subscribers. It means the absolute world to me. And it'll mean the absolute world to me if the channel keeps growing. It would mean the world to me if the channel stayed exactly the way it was. The fact that anybody even comes to watch these videos on a daily basis means the absolute world to me. And like I said, I would love to be able to give you guys something back for that this month. But with the bills and the other stuff that I want to try and put into making the channel better, right now I just can't. So hopefully that'll rectify itself sometime soon, and I will be able to give back to you guys a little bit more. Because I believe in that. I believe in giving back to you guys. If the channel does really well, I want to be able to give back to you guys. Like I said, I only need $350 a month to survive off of. If the channel gets to that point where I can sustain paying all the bills, I'll try and do a ton more back for you guys. I always will. Just because you guys are what make this thing happen. Without you, there is no me. Plain and simple. So I will always try to get back to you guys. Like I said, if we get bigger, that's more that I can get back. So, alright guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.